I am Slick Nick, your personal, certified Enneagram coach. In this particular video, I want to talk about fight or flight. Now, on Netflix, there's a show called The Mind Explained, and they have an episode about anxiety, and I'm going to be talking more about that video later on. But in this particular video, I want to give them credit for helping me realize what is anxiety? Like, what's the best way to describe it? Because I just found out and processed I'm one of the 30% of Americans who has anxiety. Mine's mild. I haven't had a panic attack since I was a kid, but ultimately, absolutely, I have anxiety. And specifically, I'm a 7, Enneagram 7 with an 8 wing. So I've got all this tension and almost this anger that I never really express, and I'm constantly outrunning it by staying busy, trying to avoid boredom. You know, those are things that I do. That I am a stereotypical Enneagram 7 with an 8 wing. Let's talk about fight or flight. Now, what I learned in that episode of The Mind Explained is they said the best way you can describe anxiety is this. Imagine, way before modern times, imagine back when we were hunters and gatherers. And here I would be holding my spear, and there's a beast that I'm trying to kill or whatever. And then I see, oh, that bear's coming towards me. So I either need to try to fight this and save my own life and kill this beast with this spear, or I need to be able to outrun it. Those are my options, fight or flight. So our bodies are designed in a way that we're prepared in those survival situations to fight or flight, to either charge towards it and attack it or run away from it and survive. Either way, we've got one of those two options. Our human body physically prepares for us to be able to do that. So for example, our focus narrows, our breathing changes, the blood flow changes, certain parts of our body just kind of shut down and narrow in on helping us either outrun that thing or to run toward it and defeat it. Now, modern day, I'm a 40-year-old guy working from home. So I'm not really like needing to fight or run for my life. So what does that look like for me though? Well, all kinds of things can trigger me. You know, whether it could be stress at work, or the kids are fighting, or being at Disney World, as I recently was. Man, that place was stressful for me. So when I get stressed, when I get triggered, without realizing what happens, my breathing starts actually slowing down and tightening. It's harder to breathe. I was at Disney World and I could barely breathe. Disney World was very, very much a stress for me. Waiting in lines all day, and just the stress of not knowing where to go, knowing how much money we're spending, it was stressful. So I had to force myself for 3 days straight while I was there, breathe, because I would stop breathing. I'm not one of those people who's like, I'm not one of those people. I have to remind myself to breathe. I'm one of those people. So, whatever modern day situation I'm in though, my breathing will stop or slow down. I'll feel tension up in here, my neck, and I just can't talk when something triggers me. So that is what anxiety is. But ultimately, is my body reacting the same way as if I was tensing up to outrun the bear or to go attack it? Either way, that's what my body physically is reacting to, because here we are in modern day. In modern day, where people are scrolling social media, which by the way, I do not do. Yes, I create content. I have a blog, Family Friendly Daddy blog. I have my YouTube channels, and I will often post on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. It'll automatically post on there so people can see it, because it helps branding for what I'm trying to do. It helps people see my stuff. But what I'm not doing is scrolling Facebook or whatever, Twitter, and seeing the notifications pop up and all that. Like, no, that's not helping. But it's really feeding a lot of people's anxiety for sure. More people are identifying as having it than ever before, and it's not even a shameful thing anymore. It's almost like a badge of honor. Like, yep, I'm part of the third of the population that has this, and I can relate to you, and let's talk about it. Let's provide our own therapy, which often that's what these channels are. I'm no doctor. I'm just an Enneagram, certified Enneagram coach. Okay, take it from here. Your comments belong right there.